Hello and welcome to another video of my work with this Unreal Marketplace asset. For now we're calling it Sovereign Wings, and here we're showing off, I'm showing off all the different types of wings that will become included, like skins. There are like 5 skins, the base one and 4 others. And what I realized was that there was not an easy way to change these skins, because once you have changed, for example, the skeletal mesh to another color, you will need to have to change the other animations and the other particles that spawn with those animations, for example the land particle and also the block particle. So I didn't have an easy way to do it. So the way I'm looking to make it easier for everyone is by using the an actor component that is in charge of all the flying behavior, and adding the particles we will use for example the soft land particle and the hard land particle. In this way you would only need to change inside this component that will obviously is inside of the actor blueprint, well, the character blueprint you will be using these wings. So the way I'm doing it is creating variables to store this information, adding it some tooltips so it's easier for anyone to know what these particles will be about. So yeah, first I'm testing it with the soft and hard landing particle effects. These effects are done in the animation blueprint. So here I would only need to get the pawn, and in the pawn ask for a specific type of component that will be the flying component. This way I know that I can get that soft land particle reference. So I can spawn the class, and yeah, that will be the template that will be used when the soft particles um, play, right? So here I'm testing it, and yeah, you just need to click on the flying movement component and there it is. You can change it really easy now, uh, because otherwise you would need to open the animation blueprint, read a little bit of the code. That there isn't much code, but it's still a pain in the ass to do it that way. It's a lot easier if the component handles all this stuff, and that's not everything that it's to it for this uh, asset, because as I mentioned there are the landing particles and the block particles, and also there are trails. So yeah, the trails are done in the animation, so there really is not an direct way or an easy way that isn't complicated. So yeah, I won't be adding that to the actor component. Here I was missing the hard animation, the hard particle that spawn, and I will create an event to fix this, right? So right now the hard landing was being spawned in the animation through anim notifies. So I'm changing this so we don't spawn it through a create emitter, right? We just want a generic event, so I can call that event a hard landing notify, and there I can spawn the particles. We already have the code for the particles, so I'm gonna try to reuse this by checking which part of it can be transformed into a function. We just right click and convert to function. That way the part of the capsule trace that we were doing, that we would also need to do in the hard landing, yeah, now it's in a function that returns the world location where emitter can be spawned. And I just copy paste the create emitter part, and that's it. Now, in the same way we are getting this soft particle to spawn, I'm using it to also get the hard particle reference. Well, it's not a reference really, it's the emitter template that will be used. So yeah, that's how we can think of the user before making, or well, making public a package and releasing it into the wild. It's really good to think of easier ways to interact with it, because if making a little change is a pain in the ass, then the customer will not like it and will stop using it and probably will not buy your products the next time. So yep, that's why it's always important to make it easier for the customer. Have generic functions, so if you change some part in the code, it also is reflected on every part that's using the same code. And also it's important to comment every line of code. Well, not every line, but at least a group of nodes, because there's when you release a product in the marketplace, it's most likely that someone will have trouble with it eventually, and it's really tough. It's hard work to reread all the code you have done, like, I don't know, 5 months ago. So yeah, it helps the customer, it helps you if you need to provide a little bit of assistance to any new customer. And well, here the block particle was being used through also an anim notify that was a time effect. It only needed a place to spawn, so we're removing that, so we can spawn it through in the animation blueprint that will use the information we store in the actor component, the flying movement component that has all the different variations of the templates to use. So yes, here I we need to make sure that we're spawning it in the right place. It's good to test, and that way we can we can make sure that the final product it's working properly, right? Yeah. So yeah, there it is. We fix the location. We just need to get which particle we need to spawn. So let's do it like we did the first time. Create a particle system variable that will hold a template to spawn, and from there we get it from the component and spawn it. So again, using the block particle and switching it up will be really easy in the next time, right? So the last thing we would need to do is to show off some of the skins that we have in the package, and in that way we can show how easy it is to change from any of them, right? It's the 4 skins and the base skin, right? For the wings. Here we change the animation so the trail works. We see that the block has the last set of skin animations, well, particle PFX. So we change it easily with a drag and drop. So yeah, now we see that it's really easy to change the soft landing particle, the hard landing particle, and the block. And that will be it for this video. See you next time.